Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a brand new series. Welcome to the gamelog. Basically the whole point of this series is for me to kind of push myself a little bit and broaden my horizons because right now I'm quite bored of most games, so I'm going to push myself to play some new ones, revisit some older ones, and yeah, we'll see how it pans out. We're starting off with SpiderMan PS4 or SpiderMan Remastered because this is the only version of it I have. I don't have the original one with the original face. Nevertheless, I think this one's better. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so here we go. I remember when this game first got announced because it was like a big chunk of time, like in terms of gap of when we first saw like a trailer for this. You know, it being in development quite early to then us actually getting the game. It was a good few years, I believe. But man, I remember seeing the first gameplay, like, teaser of this game, and I was instantly excited, man. Even now, I'm just seeing this, like, it looks insane. It still baffles me how good it looks. But yeah, as well, just a quick rundown of what I expect this series to be is just... Basically, I have, like, a spreadsheet now. I'm going to keep track of every game that I beat. And it's just because I'm kind of bored of games right now. For me, there's not many games that I'm actively wanting to play, if that makes sense. Bar like your FIFAs and, you know, for me, WWE. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So, yeah. This is kind of just me aiming to push myself, play some more games, broaden my horizons. I've already played God of War. I played that over the weekend. And after that, I kind of decided I wanted to revisit all the Spider-Man games, all the next-gen Spider-Man games, just because they're a bit shorter and a bit more simple. After playing God of War, it took me, like, most of the weekend. So, yeah, I could not have started with a longer game, I don't think. But nevertheless, it was a good game. I actually enjoyed it. I'd never given God of War a chance. So, yeah, now I want to play something a bit familiar, a little bit... a bit more precise, or concise, whatever the word is. But let's go. God, I remember doing this for the first time. The swinging, and I remember being just blown away by it, man.
Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my back up from reaching the scene.
You got it.
I almost tried to do the blooming web wings then.
Morning, guys. Who's ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm?
I remember as well playing this. Okay, it's still giving me tutorials. I remember the first time playing this as well. Just instantly having like a kind of nostalgia hit because the combat felt a lot like the Batman games. And for me, the Batman games are so good, so fun to play. Maybe we'll play them as part of the series as well. But yeah, I mean, the combat, I think, in Batman is maybe the best combat that there's been in like a superhero game, at least that I've played. So yeah, I mean, it was an instant win for me playing this game for the first time. When did this come out? Was it 2018? Something like that.
Okay, Yuri, all done. What's happening? Yuri? Yuri!
Get more backup and lock down the airspace.
This game looks so good, man.
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Yes. He's the date, Willie. Heads up. Hey, where you going? Okay. I'll clear a path.
It's interesting as well, just seeing like, so obviously I'm planning on playing these like back to back to back. So like, but even now I can already like tell the difference between, you know, how the game progressed in terms of the mechanics and stuff. What did I just get hit by? Oh, it's just for the tutorial. But yeah, like instantly just thinking back to like Miles Morales, which obviously followed this. I mean, the movement in that is so different. Because obviously, for one, it's a whole different take on Spider-Man, I guess, right? So, I mean, that makes sense. But also just, even then to Spider-Man 2, the way Peter then moves in comparison to this game is... It's naturally progressed, and I think that's what I really like as well about this series. Alright, so first boss fight, Mr. Wilson Fisk himself.
Gotta wait for an opening. It's reloading.
Hold that, thanks. Oh, this one as well. Might be the worst panic room I've ever seen in my life.
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy you!
I will destroy you! Sounded like KSI.
That gives me an opening.
The fact that, like, Wilson Fisk wasn't actually a main villain in this, necessarily, like... He's kind of wild, isn't it? At the same time, I'm kind of glad he isn't. Yeet.
You are everything that's wrong with this city!
I disagree.
Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, men! Surround it! You fools! Train to fight, so fight! He's too fast! I don't want excuse. What do I stick the block? No!
So satisfying as well when you're like, you get a couple of people down to one shot, and then you end up just one-shotting two, and like, or like two or three with one hit because they're such low health, like one after another. I find that so satisfying.
I said... You're losing, Willie.
I haven't even started trying!
You haven't even started trying? Okay, so then what is with all of the goons? And the trying to erase your hard drives? Little bit sus. Hold that, thanks. Oh god. I can't get over how good this game looks. Like, I don't remember, because obviously this first came out on PS4, right? Hence why this is known as SpiderMan PS4. But I don't remember what it looked like on the PS4. I mean, I can't imagine it looked bad. It's not going to have looked too different to what it looks like here, but it's just the blooming... The PS5 is just a whole different beast, isn't it, in terms of graphics.
Finally off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience...
Whoop, gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
Idiot! I'm the one who kept order in this city!
For me as well, it's the way that, like...
Kingpin is heading to
It's
prison.
the little details, so like even the way his mouth's moving, it looks more realistic. You know, more often than not, there'll be some games that don't animate the mouth to fit whatever the dialogue is, right? So, I'm glad Spider-Man does that, where, you know, Insomniac take good care with that, and obviously with the whole suit ripping and suit damage as well, like, Insomniac pay attention to detail quite a lot, which I think, again, is another reason that this game is so successful. Plus, we just don't get superhero games anymore, man. I mean, what, the next one that's coming out, I know we're seeing a bit of a wave of superhero games coming out, thanks to the success that these games have had. So I think the next one that's coming out is Wolverine, made by Insomniac. That should be good. And then I think there's one being made by EA that's a Captain America and Black Panther game, which could be interesting, to be fair, if done right, although it is made by EA, so you can expect a lot of microtransactions to be thrown at you. So I think there is also an Iron Man game in development, but I don't know about that one. I think, again, by EA, because I think... Did EA make one a while ago for, like, the PS3? I know we had, like... I miss those days, honestly, of the time of us just getting superhero game after superhero game after superhero game. Like, even though the movie games in general are a bit 50-50, you know, it depends on who you ask. For me, I don't mind them. Like, the old SpiderMan games that used to follow the films, I didn't mind.
I'm sorry I'm late.
And stuff like that, but... I just miss those days, to be honest. Like, we need more superhero games. So, I'll be honest, the only bit I don't like... Well, there's a couple of things I don't like about this game. But it's the little sciencey, like, mini-game things. And they still do it in Spider-Man 2 as well. They definitely did something like that in Miles Morales, but it's skipping my mind right now. I mean, that plus the MJ missions, I mean... I think there's like 4 of them in this game, which I'm not looking forward to. But yeah, like, this kind of stuff I don't... no, I do mind. It is these. I didn't think it was these then, but... I'm not a fan of these. I understand why they're in the game. It's to try and make it a bit more... interactive in it. Is that the right word? But I don't know, it's just to give you something different to do. But at the same time, I'm very much of the mindset of, well, it's a superhero game. I don't think I should be doing this, to be honest. That's the wrong one. I would much rather be swinging around and, you know, punching people in the face. So, I don't know, that's just me. I don't have a massive issue. Like, it's not a deal breaker for me, but...
Got it.
To me, it just seems a little bit tedious to do. I know then they become optional after a certain time, but even still. For me as well, this whole thing of, like, going to collect the backpacks and stuff like that, to me, again, it's so pointless. Like, I do think, like, they just put it in just so it looks like there's more to do. Because obviously the stories are like 6, 7+ hours, something like that, like the main story. But I mean, for me, like, this is so unnecessary. And it is literally pointless. It doesn't offer any benefit. I mean, a couple of unlockables, sure, but like...
Got a robbery a few blocks away.
They're not essential, you know what I mean?
Part spider. Oh,
I guess if you're a completionist, then, you know, and I suppose it's for the platinums and whatnot, but for me, I don't care for them too much. I think as well, whoever voiced him, I'm not quite sure of the guy's name, but whoever voiced Spider-Man in these games, insane, man. Like, it's so good. I don't know, he fits, like, obviously, you've got Tom Holland that fits the live-action Spider-Man role. You've got whoever this guy is who fits this role, you know, apparently not facially, because they obviously rescanned, but, you know. But to be honest, I like the new face scan more than the first one, because he looks a bit more like Tom Holland, which I think was a common theme. This bit as well always confuses me. So he's just rang Doc Ock, right? And said, oh, you know, do I need to come back? No, I'm stepping out for dinner, right? All of this. So he comes back to work on his Spidey suit, right?
Looks like Doc's gone for the night.
I don't understand how this guy does not put 2 and 2 together. Unless he does, and he just doesn't make it obvious. Which, I mean, might make more sense. But this is just stupid, in my opinion. Like, unless you're stupid...
Dr. Octavius.
Like, you don't look at this and go, oh, you're just the guy that makes his outfits, not you are Spider-Man. I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I think he actually does put it he does put two and two together. He's a smart man.
I don't know what you're
You know?
Parker, it's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you told me sooner.
I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
So this is what I don't, because then he starts making upgrades and everything. So it's like, does he know, or is he just doing it because it's Peter and he's trying to make his life a little bit easier? I don't know. But it seems very odd that a guy as smart as Otto Octavius wouldn't figure out that he's actually Spider-Man and doesn't just work on his outfits, you know? I said this at the time when I saw that was going to be the main suit. I wasn't fond of it then. I'm still not fond of it now. But I think that's just because I prefer the movie ones. I don't know. It is a nice suit, but I'm just like... I prefer, like, obviously, Tobey Maguire's suit and, you know, Andrew Garfield's suit and Tom Holland's many suits. It's kind of hard to stay with just one. But, yeah, this suit doesn't rank in my, like, top 10, I would say. Also, why on earth is there an ice cream van? You probably won't be able to hear that, but I can hear an ice cream van right now, and I'm just kind of confused because it's not the weather for it, but it's welcome to the UK, I guess. This is another, like, Peter Parker thing that I just don't understand. Like, why would you just leave a bag of clothes there? For one, this is clearly tended to, right? Someone, whoever it is up here planting these flowers, right? So, how is your bag, one, going to still be there, two, people aren't just going to, like, rummage through it and just be like, oh, what's in here, you know? I suppose technically, unless he puts his clothes over his Spidey suit, but then judging by that, I don't think he does, so I don't know. Surely somehow, somewhere, someone would look in that bag and at some point there'd be a blooming Spider-Man suit in there, you know? I find it hard to believe that there isn't, but hey, games are games, right? It's that kind of stuff that, like, sits on my mind, you know, and that I notice.
The two of you would make some beautiful babies. Peter. What is it? Come on. You can tell me.
I mean, you didn't have to shout at her. You could have given her a heart attack.
You helping me through college and working here, sacrificing so much and asking for nothing.
Here's to many more years of service.
Little did you know that your stupid plan would get her killed. That cake has never looked good, by the way. Ever. Regardless, the PS5 graphics can't help how bad that cake looks.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I
The
could
character
do more.
models,
Well,
great.
he's always told me
The
if you help
cake,
someone-
not so much.
You help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.